In today's video, we're going to be bringing you guys my current FS5 rig, and this video is going to be powered by the guys over there at Andycine. Now this rig was built for an upcoming video that I will be traveling out of town to go and do. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you'll be able to see that vlog whenever it goes live here on the page. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the new toys that Andycine has sent over for me to do this review for you guys. They had no say so over anything that I said in this video. They did send the parts out for me to do a unbiased review for you guys and to actually put together a rig here with the Sony FS5. So like we already stated, the star and the meat and potatoes of the whole show is going to be the Sony FS5. The only thing that we have changed here on the camera is going to be we've taken off the original top handle. We don't use that in this rig that I'm about to show you guys. So if you wanted to emulate that, that is the only thing that you're gonna actually have to take off of your original Sony FS5 build. And one of the reasons we did that was because of weight and portability. This is gonna be a kind of a shoulder rig for the video I'm going out of town for, but the video you will see here for Andycine is going to be a more studio rig featuring all of the parts that they sent me here in this video. So let's go ahead and start with the biggest item, which is going to be the mini V-Lock 95 watt hour battery here. Now, I was always looking to get a V-Lock battery. I finally jumped into the V-mount territory, and we actually have a mini V-mount provided from the guys over at Andycine. Now this V-mount does come with some additions to it. It does have 2 D-tap outs and also a USB-A out as well. Those D-taps actually output 14.8 volts, and that's going to be DC, or 10 amps. And that USB type A port will be outputting 9 volts at 3 amps and 5 volts at 2 amps. Now we already talked about the capacity of this battery. It's going to be 95 watt hour, and that basically translate over to 6,400 milliamps for this battery in total. Now this battery does support intelligent control, so it isn't going to overcharge. It isn't going to short out any of your accessories. It knows exactly how much power to give each and every port that is being utilized on the battery. It does have an intelligent switch on the side, so if you press it, it would actually show you the battery percentage in light increments on the side of the battery, and that also turns on the USB port as well. Now with this battery, you can use it to power a little bit of everything with the D-tap connectors. It can be used for cameras, for lights, and a little bit of everything that also uses the V-mount or V-Lock system. Now moving away from the actual V-mount battery, we do have a D-tap accessory sent over from the guys over at Andycine. It's going to be a D-tap to Sony F970, and I'm going to be using this to actually power my Atomos Ninja V. This can also be used to power some lights, some cameras, or some other accessories that actually support that Sony F970 ecosystem. And this one is basically kind of straightforward and to the point. It's basically a D-tap connector that goes to a dummy battery, and with that D-tap connector, of course, you know D-tap gives out 14.8 volts, but this is actually going to give a regulated 7.4 volts on the opposite end of the connector. Now so far we have already covered the 95 watt hour battery, and using this D-tap connector, actually plugging in my Atomos Ninja V, I'm actually able to power it and the Sony FS5 at the same time flawlessly. Now since we've already talked about the Ninja V and a Ninja V accessory, we have one more, and that's going to be the Fill Monitor Tilt Shift mount from Andycine, and it also has a locking pin locator, so it's basically perfect for the Atomos Ninja V, any other 5 to 7 inch monitors as well. And I believe it's looking pretty good here on the Sony FS5, right there in the center on that front locating pin after you've taken off that top handle. Of course, it sitting right there is actually perfect. You're able to look right above the camera if you're doing a talking head segment, as if you're talking like I am right here looking at it. And it also is tilt shift adjustable, so I'm able to turn it around. If I'm going to the back side of the camera, turn it to the side of the camera. And it also is a tension mount in there as well. So basically you're able to make it a little bit tighter or make it less tight if you want to be able to move it a little bit easier, or if you don't want it to move as easy if you're doing maybe like some jumping around or moving around with your camera rig. And then to top it all off, we do have the Andycine Magnesium case that we did do a video on. It is a M SATA drive, which is around 30% shorter than the original Ninja V drive. So if you want to see that video and maybe pick up one of those, go over there and check that out. I will have it in the cards up on the top. Anyways, that's actually going to be it. Andycine sent me the V-Lock battery. They sent me the D-Tap to F970 dummy battery connector. And they also sent me the tilt and swivel mount for my film monitor. And this one in question is going to be the Atomos Ninja V. I do appreciate all of these, and these are going to help me on my next video shoot, basically, because we're going to be doing some run and gun, some hand holding, and some things like that. And these parts actually make it a little bit easier to charge one battery, you know. Anyways, it makes it so much easier with these parts. So thank you guys over there at Andycine for believing in me and continuously sending me parts so I can do reviews and basically just put out how good the company is and basically how good the parts are. Links in the description below. If you guys haven't liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. It's been your boy Christian, and that has been the 2022 FS5 rig sponsored by Andycine. Thanks to guys over there at Andycine. Make sure you check their link at the top of the description, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.